Ayindimu ndenzeni nam ndenziwe zimeko ezo zibangele into yokubana ndibe bakule ndawo ndikuyo. Ndinibhotisile nonke emakhaya kuhlwa nje eziphala phambili. I'm just kidding, guys. Great things to everyone. Great things to everyone. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel. Guys, things are happening. Things are happening. And one thing today that caught my attention was when I saw, in one of those schools that I used to drive past in the morning and in the afternoon. I will most of the times I will observe, mothers picking up their kids. In the morning they drop them, in the afternoon they pick them up. That's what I observed. So today, one thing that I noticed, since the schools are being closed or since kids are being issued their reports today, so what I observed today was that I saw so many fathers, proud fathers. I've saw so many proud fathers today. For the very first time after 11 months, seeing this thing, where I would see, during cold weathers, in the morning, I'll see mothers walking with their kids to school, and in the afternoon, walking back with their kids or being picked up by their mothers, and being dropped by their mothers. So today, what I observed was that I saw so many fathers dropping their kids, and I saw so many fathers picking up their kids. So it brought such attention to me because I've seen all these months, it's been the mothers who've been dropping, picking. So that really caught my attention. Just few things that I would just want to raise about this, because it's quite concerning. Because today it's a day where the schools, or they will see the kids will see the schools next year. So today it was more of the ceremony where they are being given their reports, and some knowing that they are heading for a high school, and some, knowing that they are heading for a grade 12. So during the course of their progress, I've seen today proud fathers picking up kids. I've seen proud fathers dropping their kids. It's not a problem. I understand. For me, I understand. It's not a problem of mine, but it's worrisome sometimes seeing the mothers, dropping their kids in the morning, picking them up in the afternoon. So that one really, 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 caught my attention, or got me wanting to understand why today, this specific day. Because even the kids, I think they would want to see their mothers picking them up and cheering them to their success. Now I see fathers picking up the kids, cheering them up. It's not a bad thing, guys. It's quite something. But come on, guys. Let's be realistic here. Why today? Why today? Why do you make time for this special day? Why not all these times? I wonder why. I know you're not a bad father. But I'm trying to understand as I'm navigating through this, because day in, day out, I see parents such as mothers of these kids picking them up, dropping them up. Some are walking with them, holding hands, you know, while with the other hand, a child is pulling her school bag or his school bag. But I want to know why today is it so special for the kids to see their fathers picking them up. Why is it so special today? I think those fathers need to be consistent to what they do, more special for the kids, because I feel like um, those kids are just being robbed something so special, because they are sitting there thinking, oh, I can't wait for mommy to come and pick me up. Boom, there the father picking up this young girl, this young boy. We must be consistent to things that we do. You can't let the mother be the only person who does this up and down thing, picking up, dropping the kids, picking up the kids. Even if, let's say, you have this demanding job or you've got this demanding company whatsoever. No, make time. Make time. Because we don't know what tomorrow holds for us. But the moment you make time, those kids will see something great. Even if it has to be you, the father and the mother, taking the child to school. That's a good thing. That's when the kids start to see and embrace life. It's all about them. Look, you know how it was like for you to grow up, have to go to school sometimes alone without anyone holding your hand, But I believe you said something when you are bringing up your child, that you don't want your child to be brought up like you did. But I only see that one-sided. I see the mothers doing that. I see the mothers doing that, you know. And during their busy schedules, they have to now make time. They phone the father is nowhere to be found, or the father is busy with, meetings. Where's that thing of making time? Why is it so like a special day today for you to come and pick up your child from school? Cheering your child for his or her success. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I am not. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it calls for concerns. I wonder, why is it like that? Why? Why can't it be the same person who've been there for her or him all these months up to this month? No, guys. Let's do the right thing. Let's do the right thing. Let's say, you are not that much busy during this festive season, during the time when the schools are still open. Make time for your child, or make time for your kids. And they must see you rewarding their mother, showing appreciation to things that she is doing for them each and every day. Let's do that. Get down and do that. It's not going to harm no one. Absolutely sure it's not going to harm no one. Because now I'm finding it very, very hard to understand that these mothers who've been there for their kids, for almost 11 months, and now on this special day, you want to be there for your child as a father to pick him or her up or to pick them up. Because it could be that your kids are in same school, just different classes or different grades. I'm not trying to bash nobody here, but I'm trying to understand what it's like to be a father to your kids. Another thing that I want to bring to this piece, add into this piece, I've seen so many fathers paying maintenance for their kids. Let me tell you one thing, or let me tell you this. That is so sad. I don't care if there are misunderstandings between you and the mother of the kids, but those kids are your blood. They are your kids. Why is it so hard to do something good for them? Why it needs to be taken to courts, maintenance courts for you to do the right thing for your child, to raise your child? I'm saying this because when it was about to be done to me, I refused my mother to do so. I told my mother, that time I was 17 years old. When my mother, for the very first time, after so many years, having to connect with someone for the very first time, people, they don't understand. You know what? I have love. I loved my father. I love my father big time. I had that love for him all of my life because I knew that I was not only brought here by one person, by my mother, but one thing that I did not want him to do for me is to pay maintenance. And he was brought to where I was because of he had to attend maintenance court. So as it look, I'm not trying to speak bad about people. I'm not speaking bad about people, but I want to encourage one thing to each and every person out there, for each and every man out there, that look, it's not something okay to pay maintenance for your kids. You must support your kids, you must raise your kids, you must do everything that they need. As a parent, you must do that without you being taken to court so that you can maintain your child. What nonsense is that? What nonsense is that? You cannot raise a child through courts, raise a child through maintenance stuff. Look, I don't care even if you are now married with someone else or you have a new lover in your life and you've got other kids. That first child is still your child. It is still your child. Don't support your child because of the court says so. You must support your child because of you want, and that's what you know you are responsible to do as a father, not to be forced by courts or to be taken to courts for you to pay maintenance. On that day when I first met my father at the age of 17, I then told my mother that, Mommy, you brought me, you raised me, you got me where you got me. I'm where I am because of you. So you've been there for 17 years for me. So why now you want to turn your back? Why are you involving someone else to raise me? You can't give up on me now. And she did so. She did so in court. She told you know uh, the court manager or whatsoever, or the magistrate there, that look, we are not going to proceed with this. I was not aware that my mother wanted my father to play part, but in a manner that was incorrect for me. I view it as incorrect. If someone doesn't want to maintain you as a child, or if as a mother, your firstborn with someone else or whatsoever, and you find that the father doesn't want to doesn't want to support his or her child, let him be. Let him be. He's a foolish man. He is a foolish man, because there is no way in hell that you will be forced to support your own child. That's your responsibility. Why do you bring life in this earth and then abandon that life? And then when that child grow to be something, you want to be part of that child. You want to be part of it. It can't be correct, man. I dislike that one big time. You can't now, when the child is big, you want to involve yourself, you want to play part, or you play the role of a father. What parent are you? No, this one, I'm not saying it with the regrets. I'm not regretting saying what I'm saying right now, because it's complete, or it's totally wrong. It's totally wrong. Bringing a life, and you don't want to support your child, you want to be taken to courts so that you can be forced to pay maintenance for your child. What the hell are you doing in life? That's nonsense, man. Support your kids. Support your kids. It was nice, but please support your kids. Don't let the Lord to rule how you must support. Now, remember, their money is now you must always go and pay. If you are supporting your child, I'm not saying don't support your child through maintenance, but I'm saying it's not okay. It's not okay. It's not. Even if there are disagreements here and there, make sure that your child is well taken care. Protect that child. Protect that child. And life out there is very tough, it's very rough. So my story to that part was that I did not want my father to pay no support for me, because I appreciated everything that my mother did for me. So yeah, on that note, just one thing, because hey, some people, hey, they will take you out for nonsense. Yeah. Look, you have a choice. I'm not saying you must go and fetch your child or whatsoever. You have a choice. But I want to put one thing to you, that please do the right thing. Do the right thing. It breaks my heart to see these mothers having to struggle, walking up and down with no form of relief. Please, please, let's do the right thing. Ayindima undenzeni na undenzi meko ezo zibangele into yoba ndibeni bakule ndawo. Dankie makhosi. You know what you need to do. Support and support and support. Subscribe and subscribe to my channel so that I can bring more, bring more to the table. I thank you. I thank you all.